What's going on? This is Z with Grown Up Gamers, and what you see in front of here is a blue monstrosity that is the new Shadowmane breeding mega base. It's rather large, but every bit of it has a purpose, and I'm going to walk you through the why we did what we did, the reasons why, etc. Maybe it'll help you with your Shadowmane breeding and other live birth breeding. So let's go in the front door, which is the only door. Right here, have a small, what is that? Maybe 8 by 20 new color mutation raising. So here's where we pop new color mutes that we intend to raise. That's not much thought there. That's just pretty simple. Here is our color breeding floor. I'm working on some 33 green and some actual blacks and some 220 pink, purple, whatever. So got a decent little area for color breeding, so that we don't, you want to keep them apart from each other, so you don't get one male hitting another female, so forth. Vault, a couple tech pods for me and Carlos, cryo fridge, and then we'll go downstairs and I'll show you where the magic happens. And that is pretty much the breeding area. Now, originally we had this set up as a tech bridge deal, so the Shadowmanes would drop babies on the tech bridge, and then we open the tech bridge and they fall down to the bottom. And as you're running around claiming that, you end up triggering the bridge, and that was kind of a pain in the ass. So I created this platform just below for the babies to fall down on. And that works quite nicely. I'll demonstrate that here momentarily. Up here, basically we park the male up here, and it can reach all 72 females. Here, stamina male, health male, and melee male. If you're solo breeding, probably not a big deal. But me and another guy, Carlos, a buddy of mine, breed these, so sometimes we're not in communication of what is current, what's not. So if it's there, if whatever is right here, I know is the most current, or what is right there. So it creates a communication free system where we know what the hell's going on. So I'm gonna turn this male on real quick and let him breed, and they'll drop babies in a few minutes. Now, the claiming process I'll show you once we're ready to do that. There's a lightning wyvern down here for a reason, and you see all those Shadowmanes there? These are all rejects. Let's ditch the prime. Your wyvern gets a lot of levels by doing this too. Let's ditch the prime again. Now we're going to take the meat and put it in the troughs. Because why not feed babies to its parents? Sounds terrible, right? Alright, I'm going to throw the hide in the daddy. Alright, and that is breeding floor 1. Alright, they just completed. There they are. They're on. Yep, there they are. Now, if we go down, we also have another floor here that has 102 on this floor. So basically, I can now take this male that he mated with all those, spin him around, man, he'll immediately start breeding with them. I'm not ready for that yet. But basically, once I get done claiming those 72 and sorting through those, I don't have to wait for the cooldown timer. I can just immediately transition into the other 102. The carcasses that you see laying around that the wyvern would not eat comes from unclaimed babies. As you can imagine, the claiming process takes a few minutes. So if a baby pops with super low food and low health, sometimes if they're toward the back of the pack, you may not make it to them. Doesn't really matter because they're probably not ones that you were going to keep anyways. But it does keep a body that's in your way. Well, it's actually not in your way because it doesn't. You can run through it, so it's not really there. I mean, it's there, but it's not. And there's the babies. We have babies. Alright, so start at the front. And with live births, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not worried. If you really want to see, if you're going for color mutations, you're going to want to look at the ancestry. That's not what I'm caring about right now. All I want to see is that 449, and I want to see a 461. That is the only piece of information I'm looking at on all these. And unless I see a color, and if I see a color pop, you know, I may cryopot it up and toss it out on the raisin floor. And you can't tell much by the level because the babies can take any number of stats from the parents, so the level is going to be different all the time. Unless you spend a lot of time and work with perfect, start with level 1s or something like that. Alright, now we're going to take a lap around. And we watch the babies fall into the hole. Bye bye, babies. And now that the front line's cleaned up, we can start again. If you've done this and tried to kill them, like with a shotgun or a tech rifle or something, it's just a pain in the ass. So this, they go down there. You're able to move forward and super quickly clean them. Then since you're only chasing one mutation at a time, or one stat mutation at a time, I'm not looking at anything except for the melee. Now once I pop a melee mutation, and while it's raising, I'll swap the melee male out for the health or stamina male. If you think mutation breeding, or chasing rather, is easy, it can take hundreds of babies before you get the correct mutation. So it can take a minute. And a lot of this process makes live births not as easy as egg, you know, but it's pretty damn close. You don't get quite the data like with an egg. You're able to see the colors and everything, so you do lose that. Like, I'm sure I'm throwing away, and especially with the Shadowmanes, with the way their color regions are, I've probably thrown away an actual black, you know, in a region that I don't have already or something like that. But it's kind of a compromise. Either you're chasing mutations or you're chasing color. And, you know, if you got to go through 300 Shadowmane babies to get one mutation, you know, the time it takes to look at the ancestry and to see if there's actually a mutation, and then pod that up and see what color it is, it's just simply not really worth it, in my opinion. When I color breed, I'll pop in a male up here that is not over the mutation cap, so I'm more apt to get mutations anyways. Alright, so that was a full claiming session. As you saw, the kind of time frame that took, I just sorted through 72 Shadowmane babies in pretty short order. And now we're going to take care of them. You get a ton of chitin or chitin. Then if you actually need some meat, like on this particular map, we don't have, this map is just for this. We're on Extinction right now. So I'll actually, if you need meat, you know, to stock up on your troughs, just let the Shadowmanes raise to adults, and then they give actually raw meat, not just prime. So if I was running both rooms, about a third of the way through claiming this floor here, I would have ran up here and turned him on and let him start mating with these ladies over here, and the same process. I run through here, claim everything, run around the thing, let them fall in the hole, and then X them out with the wyvern. So I'm not saying this is the best Shadowmane way to breed or the best way to breed Shadowmanes, but it is definitely faster than anything I've done before. The issue, like I said, with the tech bridge was like you go up to a Shadowmane and tap E, and we didn't realize this at the time, but you can deactivate a tech bridge from anywhere on the tech bridge. So like I'm out here in the middle and I hit E and it deactivates that bridge. So if that had not been the case, I think that still would be a very viable method, instead of having to run them around and let them fall in the hole. But as a caveat to that, with doing this way where they fall in the hole, you're kind of able to clear off like the front row, run them around, get rid of them, and then start on the second row. If you were using the tech floor, basically you've got to work, well, no, that's not really true, because they're following you around. So as you're clearing off the first row, they're all that you've claimed are following you. So I don't know, but irregardless, that being able to deactivate the tech bridge in the middle of it made that a very big pain in the ass to do. So because what kept happening is they would fall down here, and you would end up not being able to kill some, which is a good thing, because you might end up with a mutation or something. So then you're claiming Shadowmanes down here that, you know, should have been claimed up there. So it just throws a monkey wrench in the process, and I don't like that. So this was the fix. And once I got this finessed to a point where I thought it was solid, I duplicated it on the other side so I can just bounce back and forth. Or me and Carlos can tag team it, and he can run health on one and melee on one, and we could just, you know, go back and forth with them. So, but I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Shadowmane Mega Base. This is Z with Grown Up Gamers. Hope you guys enjoyed watching.